Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Apollo's Christian Apologetics, and over the past year or so, my subscriber count has more than tripled, so applaud you guys for that one. Coupled with a few appearances and partnerships with some bigger Christian apologists, Tim Howard from Worldview Mastery, Modern Day Debate, Faith Because of Reason, Big John Steele, and even Inspiring Philosophy, to name a few. Furthermore, I've been helping out our local university's Ratio Christi chapter, and it's becoming more and more evident that students are interested in Christian apologetics. Contrary to my expectation, apologetics is more than just a niche hobby. Plenty of ordinary lay people do have the desire to effectively share their faith and know why they believe what they believe. Our students and our watchers want to grow deeper in their relationship to God. Now, to be fair, this was partially the result of taking my personal tens of thousands of dollars in earnings from my last full-time job in cybersecurity and investing it all into Christian apologetics. Yeah, your guy is really that insane enough to make that kind of move. But most importantly, I sincerely believe that these are all just signs and indications that God is on the move with what's happening here in the city of San Antonio and in the online apologetics space at Broad. Interestingly enough, we even intercepted a possible violent threat from a member of the local Muslim Student Association at our university. Without getting too much into details, we exercised our freedom of speech at our university by hanging up some banners in high traffic areas, which triggered a bunch of Muslims to try to pressure us into submitting into their so-called terms of peace. Folks, I don't know if you can see, but I got a really cool banner out there right in front of the library for our university. So every time someone gets lunch, they're confronted with the problem of evil. But that's more of just a side note to highlight the importance of what's happening here. Many of my friends here at Ratio Christi College or at church can attest to the Holy Spirit's move in this place. We don't think any of it is accidental. Which brings us to the main purpose of this video. Yes, it is true, I do have some part-time remote jobs, for now at least, that help sustain myself and my cheap livelihood without being too dependent on my parents. But that does mean that I would have to spend less time on Christian apologetics research events, Ratio Christi community building, so on and so forth. The Apollo's Christian Apologetics Ministry and Ratio Christi at UTSA have come a long way in getting to where we're at. At times, we've had dozens of folks show up to our general meetings, and thousands of people watch my modern day debate appearances. I'd hate to see all of that be limited, or in the worst case scenario, go to waste by me quitting that, by me having to enter into the workforce full time again, taking time away from these Christian apologetic ministries that we've built up. I've played and continue to play a key role in these ministries, and they aren't quite ready to the point where I can delegate every single one of my responsibilities to other people just yet. We're growing, but that means greater demand for even harder work. To this end, I do think it's evident from the fruit of these ministries that God has consecrated me, my colleagues, and my partners into some level of ministry. Now, I'll be completely transparent with you guys. I'm still trying to discern in prayer and so on and so forth, if that means full-time Christian apologetics mode. So this is where you guys come in. If you consider yourself as a part of this team in this mission, this journey that we're all in, I say this all to earnestly plea that you would prayerfully consider becoming a paid donor to either of these ministries, namely Apollo's Christian Apologetics Patreon, or even better yet, Ratio Christi at UTSA. I'm not asking for any specific commitment or any necessarily recurring payments, though that would be much appreciated. I'm happy to accept larger one-time donations, but please give according to your capacity that you think God has called you to. I'm calling up warriors for the team, and we need y'all more than ever to pitch in so that I can tag out of other responsibilities if you want to keep all of this going. Your donations can go directly to either the local Ratio Christi University's chapter, so that I don't have to spend anything out of pocket for our students, whether that be for food, drinks, honorariums, for guest speakers, banners, advertising strategies, safety and security for our students in light of recent threats, and even events such as conferences and trips, as our university was originally supposed to host this January's DebateCon, which is now rescheduled for Houston, Texas. Or they can feed directly into Apollo's Christian Apologetics in the Patreon, where your reoccurring partnership helps with creating original Christian apologetics research. Higher tiers will be associated with greater perks in partnership, such as early and exclusive access to videos, Discord communities, end credit mentions, insider ministry updates, social media collaboration, and even one-to-one personal calls. I still haven't figured out if Patreon accepts one-time donations, and Apollos is projected to get monetized, but isn't eligible yet, and we still don't have our own independent 501c3 organization, so if y'all are giving a one-time gift, please donate to the Ratio Christi chapter. If for recurring payments, donate to either the Ratio Christi chapter or Apollos Christian Apologetics Patreon. In any case, that is the current state of the ministry address. I have the relevant links in the description below, so please prayerfully consider if you yourself or someone else you know has the availability to partner with our forces here in San Antonio, Texas. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one, and never forget, Christianity is true, apologetics is based. This is at your boy Apollo signing out. Peace.